So I'm on PTO today, so I thought I would put together a little tutorial on the skin products I use to try to keep a youthful appearance in my mid-30s. I will admit my age, but not the exact number. So first, I just want to mention that I went to the vitamin shop today, and I picked up this clay mask that's supposed to detoxify your pores. As you can see, it's making my skin a little bit hard right now. So if I look like I got too much Botox or something, I promise I did not. But that mask is now European clay powder. Actually, I learned about the clay powder last night at about 1:30 a.m. And I shouldn't maybe admit this, but I was watching Brielle Bierman's Periscope because my 4-year-old was in bed with us coughing. So I had nothing to do besides watch Brielle Bierman's Periscope. So that's where that came from, trying it out today. I always cleanse my face at night with the Clarisonic Deep Pore Cleansing. And I use a bar soap called Drunk Elephant, which you can pick up at Sephora. It's just a good bar soap that doesn't leave your face overly irritated or dry. I've tried a lot of other things in the past, but I found that that's a good base clean for my skin for the other products I put on at night. And the one thing that I cannot live without, and I have forgotten to use it every now and then I get breakouts, which is what I'm trying to clear up with my beautiful clay mask I have on. I use the Rodan & Fields Unblemish. It's absolutely amazing. I use it morning and night after I cleanse, just all over my face. Even if it's not breaking out, it just helps prevent those breakouts from happening. Again, it's not cheap, but a container of this usually lasts me 3 to 4 months because I use it pretty sparingly, but it's wonderful. Can't be without it. Actually, I need to order more. Thanks. The other thing that I absolutely cannot live without, and as you can see, I'm in the 30s. I don't really have crow's feet or anything around my eyes. They're actually looking pretty good besides watering because I put vinegar in this mask, and I absolutely hate vinegar. But the Rodan & Fields Multifunction Eye Cream, it's absolutely wonderful. When I apply it, I blot just a little bit. Again, this lasts me probably 4 to 6 months. I blot it here and then just rub it along the natural, I don't know what this is called, but where the bone of your eye is, on each eye, and I use it morning and night, and it just, even if, like here, I didn't sleep much last night. Again, 4-year-old in my bed coughing pretty much all night, and he was up early. So this is pretty good. I'll take it. Another thing that I absolutely love by Rodan & Fields is the Night Renewing Serum. As we know, our face doesn't stay nice and beautiful like it did in our teens forever. So I use this to help with a few lines I've started to see in my forehead and a little bit around my mouth, which you can't see right now. This mask is actually making me look pretty good. But I love to use the amp roller prior to applying this because it sucks in the product a little bit better and it works faster. I just started to use the Macro E2, which they don't sell anymore, so I can't really review that yet because I've only used it a couple times, but it sloughs off some of that dry skin. Again, this is a great product if you're seeing a few wrinkles and want to avoid, the aging process, which it sucks. Okay, so now we'll move on to moisturizers. I didn't bring that downstairs with me, but I do use the Oil Control Moisturizer by Rodan & Fields also because I have naturally oily skin, especially this time of year when it's hot. It really helps. So love, 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 love that moisturizer. Now lips. I have at least, and I'm not joking, I have at least 15 kinds of lip stuff in my purse. I would show you, but it's kind of embarrassing. So I brought out a couple of my favorites, and these are just what I wear to keep my lips moisturized. I was blessed with these big pouty lips, and I try to take care of them. So two of my favorites, just for everyday wear, if you don't want a lot of color, is the EOS. Looks like a little egg. It's really cute. I might have it in about every single scent that is available, and I would probably eat it if I could. But these are amazing. They last a long time. They're really easy to apply. Here we go. Don't want to get my vinegar on it. But yeah, love my EOS. And then a new thing I found recently at Sephora is this Pharmacy lip bloom, I guess it's called. It's natural, and I guess I love it because it has greens and fruits in it, and I'm a big greens person. Herbs. How do you say that word? Anyway, so I have the apple rosemary. I actually have two of these because God forbid they stopped making it, I would cry. So I do have two, and I try to pick one up every time I go to Sephora, which might be almost every week. And then I have strawberry basil, which is another favorite of mine. It kind of reminds me of this drink I get at Fleming's called the Farmer's Daughter. So, you know, if you want to feel like you had a little bit of alcohol at home, this is great too. Sorry, the vinegar is making my nose red. Now, after my face is moisturized, I love, especially this time of year when it's a little humid. I live in Nebraska, so the weather is pretty unpredictable. I like to use the Smashbox Photo Finish before I apply my makeup after my moisturizer. And this basically just allows my makeup to set in without running, I guess, during the day. It stays in place a little bit better than it does if I don't use this. Highly suggest, love it. Again, you can pick this up at Sephora or any store that sells or smells. Sephora does smell, they have perfume. That sells Smashbox. Now, I always start with my concealer, and I use a small brush. I never use my fingers. The reason for that is I feel like you get more of an airbrushed finish if you use the brush with it instead of your finger. Sometimes that just leaves it looking like makeup, and I like to try to get my makeup to look like I don't have makeup on because I don't want a cake face. Which I have a green cake face. Anyway, I love this concealer. It hides everything. But it's the Ultra HD by Makeup Forever. Again, I get this at Sephora. I might just be a Rouge member. I'd probably keep the place open, but that's okay. That's a story for another day. Again, this is great. Under eyes, around your eyes. I'm not wearing any today. This is my natural eye. Blemishes, anything like that you want to hide. So, great product. Doesn't make me break out. And goes on pretty smooth. So, love, love, love. And then I have to introduce you to my best friend, the Beauty Blender. Okay. So I don't know if you all have seen this, but if you haven't, you need to go get one. It looks like an egg again. I guess I like beauty products that look like an egg. But what you do is you wet it with warm water. Some people use a bowl and they dip it in and then squeeze the excess out. Some people just run it under the faucet. I tend to run mine under the faucet until it's soaked and then squeeze it out. But what you do with that is after you have applied your foundation, I usually take it and I, spot it around my face just so the Beauty Blender can start to work it into my skin. But I use the Dior Skin Nude BB Cream, especially this time of year. It's a lighter coverage, and I don't feel like I have cake face again. I hate cake face. Don't know if I like cake. I just don't like cake face. But yeah, this little puppy, once you have your foundation on, you just kind of blot the, you can see where I have some makeup. You blot it along your skin, and again, it gives you a nice natural airbrushed finish. Again, if you haven't heard of this, it's the Beauty Blender, and you need to check it out. I know you can get it at Sephora, and I think there's a few other stores that carry it too. And they make little ones too if you want to use it around your eyes. But yeah, this is my best friend probably, Beauty Blender. Sorry for anyone who thought they were my best friend. Beauty Blender is. Now, I also like to use Bare Minerals powder sometimes in place of the foundation. If I'm going to be doing something outdoorsy, like going to my son's soccer games, hanging out with the family or something outside all day, and I'm going to sweat. It's Nebraska. We have like 1,000,000% humidity. I use the Bare Minerals powder. Again, I just put that Smashbox Photo Finish on, and then I put my concealer on like I normally would for the places I need it, and then the Bare Minerals. I love it because it gives me great coverage for a powder, and it doesn't, I basically feel like I have nothing on my skin, which is awesome. Sorry, I keep like backing away from the camera, but I have a lot of products here that I want to show you, so they're all over the place. My favorite blush, and I am not really a girly girl, I will admit that, but I love Tarte, my favorite, and this is Captivating is my color. It's not too red, it's not too pink, it's a nice little peachy color, and I love that it just gives like a little bit of a natural color without being too loud. I guess it's my opinion that blush shouldn't look like you have red blotches on your cheek. It should just kind of highlight your cheekbones, which I actually do have cheekbones under this mask somewhere, I think. Hopefully. I will admit I have eyelash extensions. I was born with blonde hair. I have blonde eyelashes, and no matter what mascara I use, and trust me, I've tried a lot, it's hard as heck to look like I have eyelashes. So I have eyelash extensions. They're not cheap the first time you get them put on. They usually run between $150 and $200. But I don't need mascara, unless I want to put some on my under lashes here if I'm going out. But I usually just use a little bit of eyeliner. Fills probably every 2 to 3 weeks, and those are a minimal cost. So if you're suffering from lack of eyelashes and you're sick of it, check into eyelash extensions. Just make sure that you get someone who is good, because I've seen some not so good, but again, love them. So for eyeliner, I do not like eyeliner pencils. Every time I put them on, I look like a super freak. Like I get a big black line under my eyes, and I don't understand how you girls put that stuff on and still look pretty. I see some people that just have mastered the eyeliner. I've gone to Sephora and I've asked them to do the eyeliner. Yeah, not working. I'm a smart girl. I can't figure out the eyeliner. So what I use is a thin eyelining brush, and then I picked up this, is it Steel or Styla? I don't really know what it's called, smudge pot, and I use brown because I don't like the harshness of the black around my eyes, and I do have blue eyes, and so the brown kind of highlights the blue. But I usually just take a little brush and I start kind of along the corner of my eye here and work it inwards. Love this stuff. Again, smudge pot. Can't figure out the pencils. Need to get this. Love it. So once I have like my foundation on, I have my blush, and all that good stuff on. I do use eyeshadow, and when I do, I use the Naked by Urban Decay. I don't wear it every day because I'm a natural, non-girly girl, but if I'm going somewhere, I will use my Naked. Naked by Urban Decay. I won't go naked, but I use the Naked by Urban Decay. Just to give myself, I guess the reason I like it is they have the light colors to the dark colors, and I can get basically any look I want with one palette. And I think right now I have the 2. I can't remember, but I think it's the 2. And it lasts forever if you don't wear it every day. So, now another thing I recently discovered, and I'll admit, I'm not a big eyebrow person. I mean, I get my eyebrows waxed, but I've never used anything in my eyebrows. I recently went a little darker with my hair up here. And so I felt like I needed to darken my brows. So I picked up the Anastasia brow definer. I absolutely freaking love this stuff. Let me see here. So what you do is you take it, and I can show you a little bit on this eye. Hopefully I don't screw this up because I can't see. And you I usually run it over a few times. And I'm not trying to press too hard this time because I can't really see what I'm doing. But once you have that in, there's this nice little brush that you can use to kind of blend it and groom it. Again, I don't want to get the vinegar on it. I hate vinegar. Okay. So very easy to use. They have it in a multitude of colors. I use the medium brown because I just needed something to darken them up and fill them in a little bit, rather than to completely, darken them. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but again, it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills. That is basically my whole beauty routine in the morning. Another thing that I just wanted to point out is a new perfume discovery. Can never have enough perfumes. Yeah. Prada. This here. It smells like candy. It's called Candy. I've been on a paleo diet, so this kind of makes me hungry, I guess. But I guess if it's the only way I can have candy, it's the Prada candy. So again, you can pick this up at Sephora. And then my last obsession, so I don't do a lot of tanning outside. I am a little red right now. I forgot to wear sunscreen to one soccer tryout. But the Jergens Natural Glow, I use that on my whole body after showers. And it basically gives my skin a tint of color without looking orange. I guess that's what I like about it, and it's gradual, so it's not like one day you go from being a ghost to being an Oompa Loompa. Am I saying that right? So it's probably one of my favorite lotions if you want some color, and I think they make one just for your face too. I'm always a little bit leery to put it on my face, just because I do break out easily. So I do have some bronzer that I'll use if I'm getting too far apart on where my face is and my body. And I think I forgot to mention, there's one product I like to use after all my makeup's on before I leave the house that just is a final set, and kind of blends in. So if you're in certain lighting, you look good. We all know that office environments, great lighting. My beans are so sarcastic here. Horrible lighting, fluorescent lighting. Shouldn't be allowed. Nope. This is natural light. I like natural light, but my office looks out to the hallway, so I don't have that. So I love this Tarte. It's called Smooth Operator, and it's just a white powder. I put a little bit on my brush. You don't want to use too much because you don't want to have white spots on your face. Just a little hint. But you just kind of lightly brush it around your whole face. When you're done, yeah, you may not be able to tell difference, but if someone takes a picture of you, or if you're in that fluorescent light, Tarte. So again, that's my skin routine in a nutshell. If you have any questions, you can let me know. I have a lot of other makeup in my bag too that I don't wear, but I'm sure that's kind of how everyone is. Yeah. Anyway, hair tutorial will be coming this week too. I've been promising people a curl tutorial for a long time, and I just need to get that done. And I will do it next time I wash my hair, which isn't very often, but I'm thinking maybe tomorrow or Friday. So stay tuned if you want my hair product curl tutorial. Yeah. Anyway, this was fun. I might make another video, maybe on how to write a book or how to be married for, how long have I been married? 13 years? Yeah, I don't know.